In this video, we are going to go over setting up a centralized exchange account, creating a Metamask, setting up a hardware wallet, and then also looking at Uniswap, so the decentralized exchange. Let's start with our centralized exchange. So on this page here, you'll see there's a link to Kraken. Kraken is a good one to use. There's a whole bunch of other ones. But if you click on this link, you can go and set up your Kraken account. And then from there, what you do is you need to buy Ethereum. And all the exchanges work a little bit differently. And they can also work a little bit differently from country to country. So for me, what I do as a Canadian, I click transactions, I believe it is. And then go to transfer. Yeah, transfer. And then I go Canadian dollars and I fund my account with my Canadian dollars. And then I go back to transfer and I swap or trade my Canadian dollars for Ethereum. And I make sure that it's on the Ethereum network if that is an option for you. So it's pretty straightforward. This part's pretty easy. Kraken is pretty easy. Coinbase are all pretty easy. You'll have to answer some questions when you set up an account, stating that you assume the risks and all that kind of stuff. So be aware of that. Now for Metamask, we use a Chrome extension. Make sure you use the right one. And what that does is that gets added here as a Chrome extension, which allows you to connect to different applications. When you set up your Metamask, it's going to ask you to create do two things. One, it's going to ask you to create a password. So you will create a password for your Metamask. There's no email involved. There is a password. And then it will also generate a seed phrase. A seed phrase is 12 words in order. You will need to write those words down. You will need to write them down offline without any pictures or anything like that. So you'll have to write it offline in a journal. And these 12 words, this seed phrase, is how you can access the Metamask account from anywhere. What that means is anyone who has your seed phrases can access your Metamask account regardless of the password. So this is like the seed phrase is like your backup access to your Metamask that nobody sees. And the password that you create is how you just log into it on a day-to-day basis. If you want to make it even more secure, what you'll do is you'll buy a hardware wallet. So that's a Trezor or a Ledger device. So this is, I use Trezor, but Ledger is a good one too. And what you'll do here is you'll buy one of these hardware devices, you'll download the Trezor app, and you'll go through the steps to set this up. In doing so, you'll also create a password and you'll also have a seed phrase. This time it'll be 24 words and you'll have to write all those down and keep them safe and secure. And then what you do with that is once you have your Metamask set up and your Trezor account set up, then you go to your Metamask and you go under accounts here and you click add hardware wallet. And then you add that wallet to your Metamask account. And what this does is the hardware wallets, it gives you this little device that you need to click confirmations on when you're making transactions, which means that somebody cannot make transactions for you virtually. So it's this extra level of security. It's not necessary because Metamask comes with accounts, but it is nice to have if you have large amounts of money. The other thing that's important to understand about Metamask is there are different networks involved, and for our project for Titan, we want to be on the Ethereum network at all times. Okay, so there's other networks like Polygon and things like that, but we're just going to stick to the Ethereum networks. That's where you're going to want to transfer your Ethereum to. When you create your Trezor wallet, if that's what you do, you'll want to make sure that you have an Ethereum account on there. It's all pretty straightforward once you go through it. And then we have this Uniswap. So Uniswap is a decentralized application. It allows you to swap one token for another token, similar to your centralized exchange, but it does so in different ways. There's different mechanics to it. And what you do is you connect your MetaMask wallet to Uniswap. So see here, I'm already connected. I could probably disconnect. And so then you'll come here and you'll see the connect button, and you click connect, choose your wallet that you have, MetaMask, and it shows up here. And then you can also swap the accounts that you have, and you can swap for one token to the next. And that's pretty much how that works. There are a lot of things going on with Uniswap in terms of actually, how it works and things like that are worth becoming familiar with, watching some YouTube videos on. Like, for example, there's slippage. So the way these exchanges work is there is a variable range in which these trades can happen at. It's not like typical stocks when you create a price that you want to trade at, and then when that price hits, or at the time you commit the trade, you commit to it at a certain price, and that's what happens. Here, you commit to a trade at what the price currently is. However, it takes time for that trade to happen, and during that time, the market price of the coins could fluctuate, and then that could ultimately factor into how much coins you end up getting, and that's called slippage. So slippage is something that you want to be aware of, and there's just other things in Uniswap that you want to be aware of, right? Like it's a powerful tool, lots going on, and knowledge is power there. So that's our three. We have Kraken, which is our centralized exchange. We have our MetaMask, which is our browser mask, our browser wallet. We have a second layer on that. We have our Trezor, and then we have our Uniswap.